The hardest part of working out isn't the weights, the reps, or the sets. It's about making it happen. Life doesn't slow down. Work, errands, responsibilities, they all fight for your time. People say, just make fitness a priority, but they never tell you how. It's not about waiting for the perfect schedule. It's about fitting it in even when everything else is pulling you in different directions. Balancing work, life, and fitness isn't easy, but it's possible. Here's how I make it work without burning out.
Workout of the day done. First thing on our to-do list, checked off, and that's going to lead me into my first tip. Treat your workouts like work. You wouldn't just skip a work meeting because you didn't feel like it. Put it on your calendar, set a reminder, commit, and execute. The more you automate things, the less you have to rely on willpower, and the more likely you are to execute it. Work day done. Grind as usual. It's so funny how some days seem to fly by, super low stress. Some days seem to last forever, and stress levels just out of this world. But today wasn't that bad. And the good news is I only have 2 things left on my to-do list for the day before I can call it. One of them being a non-negotiable. If you're gonna balance fitness, if you're gonna balance work, if you're gonna balance social life, you need to have non-negotiables. And even if you don't think so, you have non-negotiables already set up in your life. Brushing your teeth every day, having a cup of coffee, no matter what, you are going to do those things no matter how busy life gets. You are going to wake up and brush your teeth and pour yourself a cup of coffee in the morning. It's one of your non-negotiables. And if you're going to do the thing, then fitness needs to be one of them. Whether it's just 30 minutes, an hour, no matter how busy life is, you got to promise yourself that you're going to do it. You can't negotiate with what you promise yourself that you're going to do. Since we're on a diet, since we got a trip coming up and we're trying to lean down and we're trying to do the thing, one of my non-negotiables and one of the last things I have to do today is my cardio. 30 minutes of cardio. Yeah, I lifted this morning. I got some incline treadmill. I had to get to work this morning. I can't be at the gym that long. Got things I got to do. So, non-negotiable number 1 today, cardio. Also, to make your non-negotiables a little bit easier to not negotiate with yourself, plan ahead. Be as efficient with your time as possible so that you have more time to take care of those things and it makes it easier to get them done. So before I do my cardio, tomorrow we have our long run. We've got an 18-mile run in the morning. Now, running 18 miles, I may not be the fastest person in the world, but that's going to take me a second. And I can't wake up, get all my stuff ready in the morning, take an hour to get ready, an hour to get warmed up. Like, when I wake up, I gotta go. And tomorrow's long run is a non-negotiable. Now, tomorrow's workout is all on my calendar. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna knock it out. But to help with that, I'm gonna prep the night before so that when I wake up in the morning, I can hit that alarm clock. I can be out the door. I can be on my way. And I can't talk myself out of it. I can't say I don't have the time for it because I committed to it, have it on my calendar, planned ahead for it. And so now I'm going to do it. Even though I sat down and now it's going to be harder to get up. We're going to prep for our run tomorrow. We're going to knock our cardio out this evening. And then we're going to relax tonight. It's going to be a fantastic, full, productive day. Gym in the morning. Work all day. Run prep. Cardio, relax. Some days it honestly feels like a freaking grind. It feels like you don't have any time to sit down and relax and unwind. And that's true. It's not just that it feels that way. That's exactly how it is.
that that's done, let's go do our cardio. Call it a night. See you in the morning. Bang, and we're right back at it. And I know what you're probably thinking. And before you say it, let me just say, yes, this is the only beanie I own. I am not a beanie guy. So every time you see me run in the morning with a beanie, it's with this beanie. It's not just because I love this beanie or have a weird connection with this beanie, which I do like this beanie, but it's because it's the only beanie I have. Now, that's out of the way, we have an 18-mile run today. We got a big run. I'm trying something new too. My flip belt that I wear is stacked to the gills. Since I'm training for this 50-mile ultra marathon, I know that I probably don't want to eat just a bunch of goos the entire workout and powders. It probably won't sit too well with the stomach after a while. I'm sure the taste is gonna just get a little too sweet. It's not like, I don't want to just eat 10 goos throughout a run and then 10 scoops of powder. That's not what I'm looking for. So I packed a sandwich for the first time today. Sourdough, so it's a little bit thick, and it's in my pocket. So I'm looking pretty silly right now with this sandwich sticking out of the side of my pocket. The one thing you gotta learn about balancing work and fitness and life is you've got to adapt, not quit. Things aren't always gonna pan out the way you plan them to. Things aren't always gonna happen and fit in the way that you want them to. But you've got to adapt and not just use it as an excuse to then quit, right? So when you have the time and you have the ability and you adapt and you flex and now it's time to work out, you better use it. So like I have today, I planned out, I've got the time. Now it's time for a big workout. So 18-mile run, let's go. On the come down for this run, we got about 4 miles left, and honestly, feeling pretty good. And that's all because I've got my hydration, I've got my fuel with me. I ate right yesterday. You got to plan ahead for these things. Your nutrition, your recovery, meal prep, order ahead, whatever it is that you have to do so that you can show up prepared, because you'll never be able to just show up randomly to a workout like today. Otherwise, if you try to do that, you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna burn out, and let's be real, you probably won't even be able to do it. Man, I'll tell you what, that high feeling after a long run is fantastic. 18 miles, 850-ish pace, and just feeling, oh my gosh. Is that a bat or a mouse? And while that run was a good run, it felt easy, my pace was all right, nothing really happened that was out of the ordinary. It was a good run, but it's not always like that. And you got to realize you're not always going to be perfect, and you have to let go of perfection, because if you're always trying to do everything perfect and you try to do everything all at once, even when it's just not going to fit, you're going to fall apart, you're going to burn out. So it's okay if you miss a workout. It's okay if you have a piece of pizza. Just tighten up the next day, get back on the horse, and show up again. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Quick shower, gonna get this breakfast down, and then it's off to do some real work for the day. And I'm gonna end the video here, but I'm gonna leave you with this. At the end of the day, balance isn't about doing everything. It's about focusing on what matters, removing noise from what doesn't, and executing. Stop trying to be perfect and be consistent. Be strategic, plan ahead, prioritize what needs to be prioritized, put it on your calendar, stick, commit, and execute. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, keep working, keep pursuing greatness. I'm gonna eat these eggs and then we gotta go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.